Welcome to the Dynamic Learning Hub of XLR at Andheri Welcome to the Dynamic Learning Hub of XLR, a prime spot conveniently located at just a 5-minute walk from LIC Andheri Metro. In our journey of over a decade, we have proudly trained over 2 lakh students. We have also been recognized by Deloitte, Silicon India, and other accreditation bodies. Experience learning like never before in our spacious and state-of-the-art acoustics in place. We ensure effective learning even to the farthest point in the room. Even to the farthest point in the room. Hybrid mode is a game changer, as you can enjoy the benefits of a live classroom from the comfort of your home. Even if you happen to miss any classroom session, you can still attend the same session with the same trainer. You can still attend the same session at your convenience with the same trainer at the same time at your convenience, maintaining consistency in your learning progress. Wanna get started? Join us for a demo. Wanna get started? Chat over a cup of coffee. Join us for a demo or career chat over a cup of coffee at our Andheri branch. We don't just train, we build careers. XLR. We don't just train, we build careers.
Yes, so the collaboration with XLR was an excellent one. We conducted a Power BI workshop with Advanced Excel over a span of 3 days. The workshop was almost 12 hours long in total. Mr. Karthik, who was an amazing trainer, helped the students understand the concepts deeply. I am sure that the students will be able to apply these concepts in their careers as well as their daily lives.
The trainer, Mr. Karthik, was an excellent person where he explained in very detailed manner on how to give great insights using very complex data sets.
So it was a machine learning workshop. We learned a lot from the course and it was a great experience attending the workshop.
The trainer was very helpful. He had a hands-on approach with his teaching and it was fabulous.
This was a great experience for me. So I would absolutely love it if XLR and its team would come again to our campus and conduct more events like this.
It was a great course and it started from basics and took me to a great extent.
The experience of the workshop was really nice. The feedback from all the students was positive. They understood the concept. The workshop was also practical based with some questions. The experience with XLR was very smooth. They helped us in conducting the workshop smoothly right from the booking of the vendor and deciding the course till the distribution of certificates. In overall, this workshop was a success during our Technical Fest Atmos, and I thank XLR for being a part of it.
I was very much interested in learning digital marketing course for a very long period of time, but I don't get a proper platform. So later for my college, I get to know about XLR and I enrolled in XLR course. It was really good experience. Our course has been taken by Mayur sir, and he was very good teacher. He not only focusing on theory part, he is doing how real digital marketing works. And it was in total very good experience. I get so much of knowledge. Here they not only focusing on study, they are also conducting different exam to test our knowledge. And as we are giving the exam, so to appreciate our work, they give certificates for the toppers, and along with the certificate they give hampers. Thank you, XLR.
Recently, I was searching for digital marketing courses online in Google, and I came across XLR, and I attended a digital marketing course which was for 15 days. My mentor Mayur helped me for attending these classes. So he is a very informative and helpful guy. In the course end, there is a exam which I topped, so I came to the XLR office in Bengaluru. This digital marketing course has helped my career and my skills to develop, and the certificate has helped my company to join. Thank you, XLR.
I came to know about this course from my college. Actually, for learning platform, this is very nice, and I learned from here ChatGPT and AI from online. Because he's teaching for me for AI generative and ChatGPT. We are using this technology in more. And after finishing the courses, I came for collecting the certificate. I seen the classrooms and faculties. Classroom is very nice. After the completion of exam, they will give gift and certificates. Thank you, XLR, for giving these courses. I learned a lot from this. I gained the more knowledge from here. And thank you for XLR for teaching us.
Hello guys, I'm Vikram Mahajan and I'm studying in Swami Vivekananda Institute of Technology College, and I came across a training program which was mobile app development using Flutter, which was given to us by XLR Solutions. I came across this program through my college faculty who told us about this program, that it is a very good course and you should enroll in this course. So I enrolled in this course, and initially I felt really good about this course because they started everything from a very basic point of view, that even if someone who doesn't know anything about Flutter or anything about mobile app development can also learn the same way the ones who know about it are learning. So no student was left behind and everyone was given equal attention. All the doubts throughout the course were cleared, and if we had any questions also, we were like, the trainer was also ready to stay for a longer time than it was scheduled, even for the sake of doubts. So that shows how important the students are to them. So it was a really good experience with XLR's program, and by the end of the training program, I was able to develop my own application. And through the development also, there was another point. Our sir taught us about how we can connect our own mobile phone to our laptop and write code in our laptop, and you can see the output in your phone, which was really creative and interesting for me. I felt really good about that. So in the end, I developed my own mobile application. I showed it to my mother, I showed it to my friends. I felt really good about it. So I would really suggest XLR. I would recommend it to all my friends to take courses from here, as they focus on the children, focus on the students, and they focus on what's necessary, that is the students' doubts gets cleared and everything else. So today I came down to the XLR office to collect my certificate. So I got to know about what other courses XLR is offering. It included data analysis, data analyst, social media marketing, and full stack Java, and many more courses which were interesting, and they gave us an insight of how everything happens. And they take you through the course from the starting of the course to the end, and what next, that is placements as well. How you should be going into the interviews and how you should be approaching to companies, your resume building, and there were so many things which XLR is going to help you in, and they are ready to give you all the knowledge required, even if you are a beginner. So I really felt good about this visit, and I would really recommend XLR to everyone who's listening to this, and also to all my friends, that I had a very good experience with XLR, and I would suggest you to experience the same. Thank you.
Hello everyone, my name is Satish and I am from Swami Vivekananda Institute of Technology. I am here to share my experience about XLR program. I took part in the XLR program that was conducted in the last month about the mobile app development using Flutter. What I liked the most about this session was the trainer started from the scratch. That means even the beginner who don't know about the basics of the program, even they can learn the most from this program. It gave me hands-on experience by developing a project which was the final outcome. Thank you XLR for giving me this opportunity, and I would also recommend all my friends to take part in the XLR programs. Thank you.
My name is Tasneem. I'm the senior manager at 98 Percentile in the HR department. And today we did a wonderful drive with XLR. It was amazing right from the very beginning, from the very first day when I got in touch with them till today. I think it was an extremely smooth journey with them. There were multiple follow-ups done by the representatives in order to check that we would be, what time we would be coming, how many people would be coming, what vehicle we would get. To that extent, they were so precise in giving all the information to us. It was extremely great to get associated with them and have a drive at XLR campus. So we are very, very happy that we got a chance to do this. Now, coming to the students, what XLR had, I think they were extremely enthusiastic. They were well prepared. They were aware of what they are coming for. I think there was some back-end preparation which they did that was commendable. They also were very confident and they were open to any kind of thing we were asking them to do. That was I think the best part. Now, I really hope we have a very, very fruitful association with each one of them and XLR in future. We are really looking forward to have many more drives like this.
Hi everyone, my name is Prachi Sharma and I'm the Senior Project Manager for IT Department at 90th percentile. So today we were here for this IT bootcamp, right, this technical drive and at XLR. So it was a great experience and I would feel that the students, they are the freshers, right, but it doesn't seem like that. So if I talk about their technical and cognitive ability, they all seems pretty good in that and that's what I felt. And I guess they have been taught pretty well at XLR, so that's how they have performed good in their aptitude and the technical tests. So I wish them all the best and it was a very great experience over here.
Hi, this is Patan, Technology Consulting Manager from 98th percentile. We visited XLR for the campus placement drive and it went very well today. Miss Ambika, Miss Pragati, everyone received us greatly here and we had a lot of enjoyable time here. The students even had great experience with us. They were interactive, they had good aptitude and all the technological skills they showed. I think they were all well and we really appreciate their time that they spared to us and I think we will be doing a great job. We are expecting a lot of people to be hired from them. Let's see. It was a great experience altogether.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
From entering into the cyber tower to exiting out of this tower, the XLR team has been received me with such a care and pleasure.
I am the part of this XLR since 4 months. From the third month itself, they have conducted the placement sessions from the third month itself, and this is the fourth month, and this is the 98th percentile is one of the placement drive I have attended so far, and attending to this drive is such a good experience for me. All the HRs and the team made us feel very comfortable and confident.
XLR helped me a lot, and I experienced a lot of things today. So I'm really hope to be I placed in that company. I'm confident about that. Thank you.
Yeah, hi everyone, good evening. Just give me a minute, I'll just share my screen. Just let me know once my screen is visible. Yeah, I hope my screen is visible for everyone. Oh, yes, it is visible. Okay. The today topic. I think yesterday we saw about how we can able to create a malware like a Trojan virus or else ransomware based virus and how it will work. And I'll just show that what to say. Using Python code, I just show you that how we can able to create that. Okay, so specifically, I just shown that ransomware and Trojan based. So the other types of virus and all easily we can able to create. That's not a problem, because even that type of virus will not help us in the real time. But anyhow, I'll show you that what are all the tools that can help us to create that type of virus, worm virus, so other sort of things. Yeah, just one thing. Give me 1 minute. I'll just try to open my Kali Linux. Yeah, actually, so first we see that malware type of things, okay, like a virus and bomb virus tools. Then we can go with the DOS attack and phishing attacks. Then I'll explain you that what and all the frameworks are there we can use for the penetration testing activity. Okay, so first of all, when we come into the malware based side, right? So we have a different types of tool in the real time. Okay, like JPG virus. It's a type of virus maker. So JPS virus maker. So with the, I mean, this is the one of the Windows based tool, but when we try to download this, right, so what happened, your, Defender and your antivirus system will block this. Okay, because we use this to create a virus, but even though this is a type of virus, if you download this, right, your system can detect that this is the malicious file. Okay. So actually what we can do, we can download this in any virtual box. Okay. So once you download this, right, you can able to open this file from the virtual box. Okay. This is one of the old version of malware creator, okay, virus creator, but you can now we have so many things, 100 plus virus makers are there. Okay, so you can go with this as well, but if you see there is so many options. Okay, so what you can able to do, you can able to select what type of action this virus should take. Okay, once you execute this in the target system. So if you see here, there is option called disable registry, disable ms config, disable task manager, disable. I mean, most of the things are relevant to that disable services. Okay, so you just click all this service and you can able to click on to create a virus. So once you click right, so you have two options. Okay, one is like now after install, what the name should be display in that system. So that service name, when you are creating that service, what name should disclosed? I mean, what name should use to create that file? Okay, so here it's showing that sender.exe. Once you create virus options, it will create that virus in the name of sender.exe. So if you want to change the name, you can change it. Once you send this file to the target and is this file got executed in the target system, right? What happened? So it will store in the name of run DLL32. So run DLL32 is one of the main file in that Windows operating system. Okay, so it will store in this name. So no, there's a less chance to detect, but antivirus can detect. Okay, that's a different case. But if you after even if you bypass and if you install this in the target system, right, then how detect? Okay, so and we have a three different options. Okay, so restart, log off, turn off, hibernate. There are so many different options. Okay, so sometimes what happens? So whenever you try to restart, file will get executed. So you can give that options as well. Okay, this is one of the virus maker tool. And for worm virus, we have a different tool as well. Worm. I mean, instead of going this type of tools, right, even we can able to create our own tool with the help of Python script, or else we can go with C. You can use any programming language to create that. Okay, but if you don't want to use the program, if you want to use some sort of tool to create that, you can go with this type of tools. But mostly the tools can able to detect by antivirus. So better option will be like you can go with the code. Okay, even though if you use the code, they will detect, but while creating a virus, okay, so you need to do some authentication technique. You need to use some, what to say, uh, encoding, XOR encoding, like that. Okay, then you can able to easily bypass it. Okay, fun. Yeah, if you see this blog, right? Actually, this is my blog. Okay, so I use some sort of sophistication technique to bypass the virus. Okay, so if you see, I'll just show you the. See, before once I create the malware, right? What happened? So I just upload in the virustotal.com. So you have a website called virus. Yes, sorry. Yeah, you have a website name called virustotal.com. Okay, so here you have an options to upload the files. See, once you upload the file, so the file size should be see, maximum size should be 650 MB. If you try more than that, it will not accept. Okay, so if you are just, I'm just selecting some files here. Okay, so better I'll just go with this. Okay, I'll just use this file. Okay, so it's called confirm upload. So once you upload that file, right, here totally we have around 67 different types of antivirus. That antivirus try to find is this file is malicious or not. If it is not malicious, then we can go with that file, okay, in our system. If it is show something malicious, right, then we need to think about to install. Okay, so see, this file is not a malicious file. You can ask that how it's getting detected, because with the help of signature and the data code add, I mean, involved inside that inside that file. So taking everything. Okay, then it's giving me this output. Okay, so we can go with this. I mean, in the same way, I just created some virus file. After upload, right, if you see there are 61 antivirus, out of 61, 12 got detected. Okay, so after that, what I did, I just used some sort of encoding techniques. After encoding, I just created that file and uploaded. So see here, it's gone able to detect. So totally out of 64, no one can able to detect that. Okay, so even I just go with the defender. I just try to scan the defender after, even if after executions also, right? See, I just run that load and I got the access of the target. Okay, so this is a when we are creating the malware, we need to use some sort of encoding method. Okay, then only we can able to bypass this sort of things. Okay. Yeah. Even you can search for different mediums. You're there, you will get how you can able to do this and all. But to create this, we need some basics programming language idea. So then only we can able to do those things. Okay. Right. So you can go with the tools, or else you can go with how I'd show that mediums. Okay, so then we have one more called social engineering. Okay, so mostly social engineering. It's like we can do so many things with the help of social engineering. We can go with phishing, and we can do some call relate of scenarios to get some details. Actually, I can explain you some real time scenario. Okay, so there's one organization. What happened? Uh, Fine. Instead of real-time scenario, I'll just give some what and all things happen if the social engineering attacks happen in some organizations, what problem they will face, and what sort of things they need to implement. Okay. So first thing, I mean, just imagine there is a company called A. Okay, so that A company employee is working for the B client. Okay, I'll just even I can give you the flow here. There is a company working for B client. Okay, this B client project completely based out of C. Okay, so actually this A is working for the C. Okay, so he's working for the B. B entire project I mean related to the C company. Okay, so there is a one I mean there's a one call. Okay, so this person I mean company employee got a call from some stranger person. Okay, but he's saying that I am your company manager. Okay, I mean I am the company manager. This is the B company manager. Okay, that he's saying that B company manager. Okay, so I need some details about those things. I mean those sort of C company C company management details. Okay, C company management detail. So even if the A company employee gives all the details to that strangers, right? Then what happen? The C company will definitely, I mean, ask for the penalty. Okay, the penalty in the sense they need to pay minimum. I mean, even though if it's just a email ID, if the stranger asks only the email ID about the C company employees also, so they need to pay minimum 10 lakhs to 15 lakhs of penalty for that incident because the A employee is not aware of that. Okay, so that's why mostly in organization there is a policy. Okay, so whenever you are, I mean, instead of asking over the mail or Teams, no one should give the details over the call. Okay, even if it is your manager or if it is your colleagues also, you should not share those details over the call. I mean the sensitive details. Okay, so that's the reason in organization there are policies. Okay, the policies are created by the I mean, a consultant team. Consultant team in the sense of who is handling the entire security compliance. Okay, they will provide some sort of rules. Okay, how the entire organization should be, how we need to implement the CCTV cameras, how we need to maintain the logs, and how we need to do the background verification of each and every employees. If someone is someone guest coming for the if some guest is coming for the organization, what type of ID card they need to use, and if they want to use some what to say, if they want to use some Wi-Fi, which Wi-Fi you need to provide. That everything's are created by the I mean that compliance team only. Okay, because to avoid those type of scenario, I mean just simple scenario. A is working for the B client, so this B client entire projects coming from the C. Okay, there's a stranger call and asking to the A company employees, I'm your manager. Just give me some details from the C company. Okay, like email ID and name. That's it. So if that got disclosed, also they need to pay the penalty. Just email. With the help of email, also we can do so many things. Okay, that's the reason phishing attacks. So I mean, phishing attack is very rare, but I mean, social engineering is very rare. But even though some organizations are affecting because of social engineering. Okay, the reason lack of awareness. Okay, so the employee should have aware about how they need to respond back and they need to stick on the policy. Okay, then this type of things will not happen. Even if they not have awareness, at least they should know the policy. They can avoid those type of social engineering attack. Okay, that's why in organization they will conduct a campaign. Okay, campaign in the sense they will conduct a phishing campaign. So phishing campaign in the sense they'll already give the projects to the some companies. Okay, so they give the privileges also for I mean they share all employees email ID. All employee in the sense not 100 employees email ID as well. They will provide 10 or 15 employees. Okay, who is the key person. Okay, and a few employees. Okay, they will give that email ID to that target. I mean target company, and they will create some sort of page, and they will create some enterprise application relevant to which whatever we are using, right? They will create the same sort of applications, and they will send some link to our email ID, and they will make that okay that that link should not go to spam, and that link should not detected by any firewall, I mean any SOC team. So they will make sure of that and they will send that email. Okay, so once you click and if you give the detail, then you are a target then. Okay, so then what I mean actually even if you give that details, right, what happened, they'll just take you to the some awareness sessions, and they will give some brainstorming session like you should not click this, or if you click this what will be the problem. So they will just give some broad scenario about that. Okay, that's called phishing campaign. Okay, so for that phishing campaign they will use the Go Fisher tool. There is a tool called Go Fisher. Yeah, so this is the open source phishing framework. So you install this tool in the Linux system. So I mean, you can ask me that okay, there are so many tools for the phishing site, phishing link. So why I should go with this Go Fisher? Because when you are planning, I mean, doing the phishing campaign for the organization, right? There you are, I mean, mostly we saw the link like Instagram. I mean, we use the phishing link for the Instagram, WhatsApp, Telegram. So some sort of social media we use mostly. Okay, but when you are coming to the real time, so you can't able to use that link in the organization because inside the organization they don't have the privilege to access the Instagram, Facebook, so any social media sites. Okay, they can only access the I mean, genuine links. Like if they, I mean, for the teams on the for some sort of tools, they will maintain the employee details. Okay. Likewise, they have some enterprise applications. Only they can use that. Okay. So with the help of this GoFisher, what we can do, we can able to create some applications same like a GoFisher. I mean, same like what they are using inside the organization, and we can able to create a domain relevant to that applications, and we can able to create a I mean we can able to properly whitelist our IP address. Okay, so whitelist in the sense I'm trying to say that so it will know. I mean your mail ID will not detect this is a spam. Okay, they will make it properly like your enterprise applications. Okay, then they will share that over the email. Once you click, it will open same like your enterprise applications. Once you get all the details, then and take control will go to that company. Okay, but they will not do anything with that because they genuinely have the agreement. Okay, so once they got the details, so after they will inform to the your company management, they will change your credentials. Okay, so it's like a genuine agreement. Okay, so that one we can use only the Go Fisher. Okay, you can't go with any other tools. Okay, so it is a free of cost. You don't need to pay some amount for this. See, ISO 27001, yeah, that's a complaint standard. Okay, so I just explained, right, to avoid the social engineering related of attacks. So what and all the um, policies you need to maintain. Okay, so for your organization, for the employees, and how they need to hire the employees, how they need to provide the offer letter. For everything, there is a ISO 27000 standard. Okay. So, I mean, not only the ISO 27000 will help for the compliance. Okay, it depends upon the organizations. If it is a finance, they will take ISO 27000. Same time, they will take a PCI DSS. If it's a medical, they'll take the ISO 27001 and they'll go with HIPAA compliance. For manufacturing, they have for European countries, they take ISO 27001. Same time, they'll go with the GDPR compliance standard. Okay, so ISO is the mandatory for all the industries, but based on the industries, there is separate compliance standard. They'll try to take that compliance. Okay, even there is some options to options for the insurance as well for the cybersecurity. Okay. If the organization got hacked, right, then they can apply for the insurance, and they can able to take that. I mean, they'll use that amount for their next level of growth. Okay. Yeah. So now I'll show you practical scenario of the DOS attack. Okay, so everyone know that what is DOS and DDoS, but here we are going to see how we can able to perform the DOS and how we can able to detect the DOS. Okay, and what we can use to prevent the DOS attack. Actually, there are so many tools. Okay, so now I just going to use some basic tools and I'll show you how we can able to write our Python code for the DOS. Okay. Actually, this is one of the tool uh, for the DOS attack. So here, oh, okay, CD. So if you see there are so many, I mean, options called pen, but no, this is one of the tool. Okay. So once you run right, you can see recon DOS. There are few options. So just I go with the DDoS. Okay. So in DDoS, if you see there are so many different types of DOS attack. Okay, so like ISMP flooding and TCP sync flood and acknowledgement flooding, reset flooding, XMOS flooding. There are so many different types of DOS. So actually, when we go with the different types of options, right? So the actually the DOS, how it gets success. For just take some example. Okay, so when we try to request for some site, right? So what happens if you give the Google, if you type for the google.com? Okay, so first what happened? The Google website will not work before opening the Google website. So our browser and the target server have some conversations. Okay, so it's like a three-way of handshake. Okay, so both have this three-way of handshake. So once the three-way of handshake is properly completed, then only the site will request for, I mean, the browser will request for the website. Three-way of handshake in the sense, just imagine this is your client, this is server. Okay, so client and server. Okay, so what happened first? The client, I mean, client in the sense I'm talking about my browser. Okay, so first my client browser will send synchronization, then server will send the synchronization plus acknowledgement. Okay, then we have a acknowledgements. Once this handshake properly happened, right, then only my browser will ask for the website like a send for the HTTP request. Okay, so if this request not happen properly and there is a lag between some request, right, then it's create like a DOS. Okay, even I can show you that in the clear way. Okay, with the help of the Wireshark. Okay, so what I'm going to do first, I'm going to try with the TCP sync flow. Okay, so for that, what I will create one more server. Even when we try for the DOS attack, right, what happened? Our server also will get, our server RAM also will get increased because not only the target. So we also need to some spend some amount of memory to create that threads. Just a minute, I'll open my own more. Just 1 week. I'll try to open one of my server. So I'm going to use this as my target. I'll just download the headstop service because that will help me to show the proper CPU workflow. Okay. Okay, I'll just try with the top service. Let's see. Yeah, so I can use the top command. So this is my IP, if config. So just I'm just notifying. I noticed that 192.168.31.3. That's my IP. Okay. So I'm just using this third options. Okay, 3. And my target is like 192.168.31. Okay. So I'm just actually asking me the port number. Okay, because when I try for the attack writer, so we need some open ports. So for that open ports, we can able to send number of requests. So before sending the number of requests, I'm going to open my Wireshark, because using Wireshark easily I can able to point what and all the request is going to the target. Okay, that is I need to just wait for some times to send some amount of request. Okay, so by default there is a port 80s taken by this tool. But if you want to change any other ports, you can just specify here. So else you can take that as a default one. Okay, if you have the target 80. So now it's saying the enter source IP address. So what I'm doing, I'm just mentioning that, okay, take some random IP. Okay, send the data with sync packet. Yes. Okay, so now it's asking me how many number of data should send to the target per second. So, but I mean, data bytes to send to the target. I'm mentioning that around 1500, because why I'm mentioning 1500, it's taking by default, it's 3000, but I'm using VirtualBox. So I don't have that much of capacity. So that's why I'm just taking 1500 here. Okay, if you see the Wireshark, right, you can see there are so many requests going to the target. Okay, so even if you see here, if you see my top right, so if you give this options, you can see here how much the CPU is utilizing and everything you can see. Yeah, so if you see here, there are where is it? See, you have the option how much CPU is getting utilized. Okay, ideal is 96, and even I can send so many. I mean, I can increase the number of requests, but for this, it's taking this amount, this much amount of memory. Okay, so if even if I want to increase some amount of memory, I mean, say a request, I can increase that. So if I want to increase here, so I can just go with this, and I can improve. Again, I need to start, and I can change the number of data here. Okay, at least minimum 3000 data is better, because at least we need to send some amount of request. Okay, so if you see here, there are so many requests. Okay, so with the help of this also, we can able to identify what actually happening in our system. Okay, see, take this. You can see the data bytes. It's around 16 byte of data. And you can see it's a source IP. So it's taking some random IP here. Okay, it's not even taking this correct IP address, because my system IP is completely different. If you see if config, so this is my system IP. So once I give the random IP address, right, here it's taking some random IP as my source, and it's sending to the target. Okay, actually here what happens, so just one minute. Yeah. See, first it's sending some amount of data in some IP. After some amount, it's changing the IP address here. Okay, fine. So actually what happened, it will send the request to the system, I mean target. Okay, so synchronization packet. If the synchronization packet is not properly get the response back from the server, right? I mean, not proper response. I mean, you will get a response from the server. After that response, right? Our system will not reply back. Okay, it's a three-way of handshake: synchronization, synchronization acknowledgement, then acknowledgement. So to perform the acknowledgement packet, right? So our system will not send the proper response back. Then what happened? The request is already processed and it's waiting for the response from the client side. I'll just give you that demo as well. Okay, so client, server. So what happened? You will send the synchronization, then synchronization plus acknowledgement. Then I need to send the acknowledgement packet, but the client will not respond back for the acknowledgement. Okay, so what happened in server side? So it will wait for the response. So there is already one request has been processed. Same like if I send n number of requests, right? What happened for all the requests? It will keep on hold. Then automatically the entire number of requests will get once it's got increased, right? Then it's act like a DOS attack. Okay, so actually here the scenario is like we need to increase our CPU and RAM memory. So once we increase that, automatically the system will get slowed down. Okay, so this is the DOS. Actually, if you try for the DOS, right, I can go with some other tools like GoldenEye. But that too, if I can use, okay, I'll just try download that. But what happened? My system don't have that much of privilege. I mean, specification. I'm saying that okay, if I try with this, right, then it will take so much of memory. Okay, so this is also one of the DOS stack tool. Okay, so comparing to the Penpano, this is so much powerful. If you want to go with the DDoS tool, right? So there are so many tools for the DDoS. DDoS, this and all the DDoS tool. Okay, so we can use this tool to perform the DDoS attacks. So simple differentiation will be like, so if you use the DDoS, so you will send the request. I mean, the request will go from the different systems. Okay, that's called DDoS. Different system in the sense, okay, you can ask me that, okay, I have only one system. How can I perform the DDoS here? So I have only one system here. I mean, the multiple system in the sense you need to create a multiple threads here. Multiple thread in the sense. So this is one of the system. I mean, this one of the thread. There is one more that I will create multiple threads in the same system. I'll just create like a virtual threads, virtual system. Okay, so from here it will send 3000 requests. From this thread, it will send the 3000 requests. From this thread, it will send the 3000 requests. From each and every thread, it will send the 3000 requests. Then what happened? Automatically, the request size will get increased. Okay, so then if all the requests go to the same system, right, then easily the system get affected. Okay, so this is called DDoS attack. So you can, I'll show you how we can write that Python code. Just give me a minute. If I have the tool right, I can already have that, but anyway, I'll just check. And mostly in organization, what happened, right? They will create one of the project called load testing. Okay, after creating the entire application, right? What they will do, they will create I mean, they will deploy on the server. So after that, they will try for the DOS attack. Okay, and they will see whether our application can able to handle that much of request or else getting slowed down. So they will just try check that. Okay, that type of testing called load testing. Okay, for that they use so many application like JMeter, so many things. Okay, but here the thing is like mostly they'll go with the Python code because easily you can able to modify that entire code. That's why they are using the Python. Okay, so you can use some sort of a default tool, but that will not help you that much because whenever we are sending the request, right, in real time, what happened? So this is one of the system. This is one of the system. Okay. So this system you'll just take from the cloud and you will take for high performance. Okay. This system you're going to use as a attacker system. Okay. From here, you will send the request and you'll see the response. I mean, this is the general request. Before starting the DOS attack, we'll just try to send one request and we'll get the response. I mean, what is the time gap between the request and response? We'll just note down the request and response. Then what we do, we just start perform the DOS attack. So after implementation of sometimes, right, what we do, we'll just send again one more request and we'll see the response. How we are getting the response. If we are getting the response same like the initial request, or else there is any delay or something. Okay, so based on that, we can able to perform the load test. If it is delay, right, then the development team and server team will try to fix this. Okay, so I'll just oh, 1 minute. I already have that code. I just want to. Yeah. So actually, this is a code. Okay. So you can able to add your URL here. So actually, my URL is like http colon 192.168 dot. I'll just take my account. 31.3. Then my IP, I'm going to use my Windows IP here. Okay. So from so it's asking that from which IP the request should go. Okay. So this is my IP. Yeah, that's it. So now I'll just try to run this command. And if this type of this library is not my system, in my system, right, I need to install this. Just first I'll try to run this. Okay, so the desktop. Python space load test.py. Yeah, now only it got started. Okay, so see here, the thread is around 120. If a 120 in the sense, it's like a 120 virtual system. Okay, and here you can see that only it's sending the per thread, it's sending the 10 requests. Per threads, it's sending the 10 requests. If you want to increase this, you can increase. So total number for 120 threads, it's around 10. It's just multiply, and it's showing that how many requests is going here. If you want to increase the threads, right, I just go with 3000 here. Okay, so in Windows, I have a good spec. Okay, because I'm using 32 GB of RAM, so I can use this. I can go with 3000 requests. Okay, see. So now I just want to send go and check. So with the help of top command. So now see, so comparing to the previous request, now it's using a huge amount of things. See, it's around taking 34 percentage. So sometimes you can see here 34% of CPUs get utilized. Okay. And you can see number of memory also here. Total memory is in used. Okay, you can see once this memory got increased, right, automatically the CPU will also get increased. Okay, so it's based upon our number of threads and number of requests, how much we are sending. It's based upon that we can able to check. Okay, so after sending number of requests, right, if you try to open that website, if it is open in the fast way, then fine. So I'll just run once again. Okay, just quitting the entire test in few seconds. Okay, so once I just start sending the request, if we go on type top command, you can see here CPU 27%, 5%, see 62%, so 59, 65, because keep on sending the request. Just sending why I'm only using 120 threads for one request. I'm sending 3000 requests. If I use more number of threads, right, then sure I can crack the system. Okay. So any doubts on this? Okay. Fine. So now we'll just go with the framework. Okay, this is called DOS attack, and I'll show you how to prevent this. Okay, so we have a few options to prevent this DOS attacks scenarios. What we can do, we can okay. So I'll just show you in my Kali system. Okay, so mostly the DOS attack and DDoS attack we can able to prevent with the help of Apache 2 service. Okay, so if you see here, service Apache 2 status. So okay, it's not inactive. So service Apache 2 start. Okay, so by default in Kali you can see Apache 2 service or that. Okay, because with the help of Apache 2 service we can able to run website. Okay, so if you don't have the Apache service, right, we need to install that. First, we need to update the system. Now I don't want to update my system. Already it's up to updater. So I'm just showing the commands, what are the commands we can use here. Then apt install. After update, we need to use apt install Apache 2. Okay. So once you install the Apache 2 service writer, so we need to install this. I mean, after installing the Apache 2, we need to install additional files. Okay. So relevant to the Apache lab Apache 2 -more -. So this is one of the library file. apt install. Okay. Okay, I just go with the update. Then I'll try to install that. Already updated, but anyhow, I just updating once again. But I don't know why it's taking more than 3 hours to complete the update. Okay, I'll just use my one another Kali Linux. Just we wait for 1 or 2 minutes. If it is not updating right, I'll just open my cloud system and I'll show you how to do. The reason is like sometimes what happened because of some sort of packages, it will show, okay, it's taking some amount of time. That's cloud in the sense I'm saying that I'll open my AWS server. So there I can able to install because here maybe because of my network issue, sometimes it will take time, or sometimes the scenario will be like for some packages it will take some time. Okay, that's why. I'm not like I already have a server, so I don't want to wait for some times to create that. So yeah, I can even if I want to create the server also only it will take 2 minutes of time. So comparing to here, we can easily complete that. Load testing code. This is the basic code I have. If you want, you can upgrade this code. but better try to upgrade my what to say my code, okay? Because don't use the same. I just created for a small level of testing. In real time, if you're going, you need to increase your I mean, code level request and everything. I mean, whenever we try for the load testing, right? So mostly we'll not try from a virtual box or something like that. So mostly we take from the cloud, okay? Because in cloud we can able to take maximum number of RAM and everything, right? That's right. Okay, so fine, it's taking time. I'll just use my server to log in. Mm. All right, what happened? Just give me 1 minute. I'll just log in with my server. So now it's got logged in, and APT. So after update, I'll just install my. I'll just increase the size here. Change settings. So now IAPT install Apache 2. So next, then we need to install this one. So I just keep everything as a default. Okay, so after install the Apache 2, sorry, I just forgot to show that command. So actually, this is the command I'm using. Okay, this is the command I just used to install. I mean, for the motivation. So this motivation will help to prevent the DDoS and DDoS. So after completion of this installations, I just want to use this command to activate that. Okay, so once I use this command, that motivations got activated. Then I need to do some changes on the configurations. Okay, so the configuration file will be in that nano slash etc Apache 2 modes enable. So inside that we have a evasion.config file. So in this config file, I just want to change. I mean, if you want to do some changes here, I can change. So first one is like I mean, page count, maximum request for some same pages in the interval. So I can just give that interval. So I can give it up to 20. I can, how much I want, I can give it here. Okay, better I can do one thing. I just remove this all and I'll just feed my own data. So this is the actual data. Okay, so 20 maximum I mean, same page, 20 requests can be sent. And for whole site, how many requests, and time in seconds, how, I mean, the interval, how long that interval should be take to send one request. And if that going more than some amount of request, right, if I feel it is a DOS attack, I'll just block that IP for the 5 minutes. Even I don't want to mention any IP address, automatically it will take that IP and it will block that IP. So then I just want to save this. After save, I just want to restart the service. Service Apache restart. Okay, once I restart that service, so then everything will work fine. Okay. So this is the way we can able to configure the Apache. I mean, we can configure the mode service for that Apache. Okay. So now I'll show. I mean, if you have any doubts on this, you can ask me. Yeah, I just use this in the AWS. Because the reason why it's taking so, I mean, very fast, because the network, it's everything, whatever the commands I am just giving, right, it's just taking from the AWS network. So it will work very fast. So, and I just preferred only the latest operating system. That's why everything's are running very fast and updates, everything's are moving very fast. I don't want to wait for long period of time. See, even if you see in the Kali, see it's still showing it will take 1 hour, 1.5 hours to complete. So better directly I can go with that AWS. Fine. So then I'll show you about the okay. Okay, so that then now we are going to see the methodologies and approaches, everything. Okay, so actually when we are performing the penetration testing activity or DOS attack, whatever we did, right? So there are some. Okay, so if I want to perform PT or else if I want to perform the red team activity, so whatever it is, so we need to go with some methodologies and approach, because why we are going with the methodologies and approach, if we properly perform that right, so we'll not miss any sort of testing. So the reason is like, so whenever we do, we do PT, right? So the client will ask one questions. Once you complete the entire PT, right? The client have a question like, okay, so you, as per your suggestions, I just complete the entire penetration testing activity and I just fix as per your guidance. So I have a doubts like, is that everything's are properly secured, or else is there is any chance for the attacks? Okay, so they will ask this question, and even most of them have the same questions. Okay, the reason we can say that we are following the proper methodologies. Okay, so we are, once you go by the methodologies, we will not miss any test cases, first of all. Okay, second thing is like, will not miss any test case. The second thing, so it's like a industry standards. Okay, so only if that client said because of the business logic, if they can't able to fix some sort of vulnerability, only that is the way that attacker can able to get in. Okay, or else if they did some changes, yeah, after your suggestions, okay, sometimes what happened, the client will do some changes from their end, okay, based on their needs. If they did some changes based on their needs without your consult, okay, then there is a chance of attack, because we don't know, right? We just given some suggestions to prevent that entire things, but after that they did something. Okay, so then we can't able to take the responsibility for that. So we need to mention clearly in that every this type of things clearly in the report. Okay, so what type of methodologies and stages we'll use for the what to say, perform the penetration testing. So if we are doing the network based penetration testing, right, so we can go with the OSS TMM, or else NIST framework, or else we can go with the what to say, PIST for web application, mobile, Android, iOS. For that we go with the OWSP top 10. Okay, so then we have a cyber kill chain. Cyber kill chain is like this is like a step method module. Okay, created by I would say. So how, we can say cyber kill chain is like how attacker usually succeed for planning or stealing stuff or causing damages. Okay, there are 7 stages. So first one is like mostly they are go with the recons. Okay, so they'll just get some details about the target. Okay, so after that they will weaponize like they'll create some customized tools, or else they will create some sort of customized script. Okay, So after that, what they will do, they will send that to the victim. Once it's got succeed, they will exploit and they will get the access of the system. Okay, then once get the access, right, what mostly they will do, they will keep that connection in the persistence way. Persistence in the sense, so after get the access of the system, whenever they just want to access the system, they will use that persistence connections to connect with the system without following the stage 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, because whenever we perform the PT writer, we need to gather the information, then we need to perform the enumeration. In that enumeration, we got some exploit. Based on that exploit, we'll exploit. Okay, we don't want to follow that directly. We can get the access of that. Okay, that is called persistence. Okay, they will for that persistence, what mostly they will do, they will install some backdoor. Okay, backdoor with, I mean, it's like a sort of virus they will install and they will create a backdoor. Okay, so then complete control. Okay, this is the stages they will follow. Yeah, okay. So I'll just type that stages. Okay. So first stage will be like, so because I just explained in the words, I understand. Okay, first I need to give connaissance, then okay, object on object in the sense, so after get the access, what attacker do? So that is called actions on objectives. Okay, so they'll steal data, encrypt the file, or else they will destroy some files. There may be any chance. Okay, then there is a Mitre attack framework. So I'll just show you that website, Mitre attack website. Then you can easily understand. Yeah, this is the actual military attack framework. So for accounts, what and all the stages we need to follow for resource deployment, how we need to follow initial access, executions, persistence, so privilege escalation, stealth. So for everything there is a scenarios. Okay, if you click on this something right, so cloud administrations command, you will see some sort of information here for cloud administration related of scenarios. Okay, so this is also we can take it as a what to say, real world. If you want to perform proper attack methods, right, we can use this military attack framework. We have different framework. Okay, but this is one of the major framework help us to properly follow the entire scenarios like initial access, executions, persistence, privilege escalations. I mean, actually, what I said, when we try to get the access of the system, we'll follow some sort of framework like information gathering, everything. Okay, so to gather the information, we have so many stages. To perform the initial, to get the initial access, we have so many stages. So executions, we have so many stages. So persistence, privilege escalations. So this and all the stages we need to follow to get the actual access. Okay, this is called mid-ray attack framework. I mean, mostly when we are creating a report, what we do in report we can consider is a two-part. Okay, so first part will mention everything, what type of framework we are using, what methodology we followed, and everything will mention in the clear way. After half of the report only, we can go with the technical part. Okay, the reason is like because first half of the report will consider by the what is the management team. Second half of the report considered by the developer or else server teams. They will take care of that. Okay, so we need to mention everything. Even we need to mention that if they did some changes on the application level, okay, so that report will get, that report is not a valid report, because what happened whenever we perform the PPT, they will take that report and they will reuse that report for 1 year, 1 year, because so whenever there is a new projects comes in, they will I couldn't get you. So you're asking that if is that industry expert mentioned this in the JD, or else you're trying to ask something. Okay, so the reason why we are saying that report is that report is not valid once they did some changes on that applications or else server side, because whenever there is a new project comes in, what happened, the client will ask for the what to say, the client will ask for the documents, or else the client will ask for the security scorecard. Okay, mostly they will check the security course scorecard. They have, there is some online site. Okay, so if you go with, okay, so you can directly log in with this and you can just try for the, you can give the domain. Okay, I just give some google.com, but sure, for Google will not get anything, but just for sure, just to understand. Okay, I just want to create a account here. Okay, so if you create an account, okay, for free of cost, you can run few scans, not a complete scan. You can run few. Okay, so you will get score out of 100, how much a score for your entire security. Okay, for that particular domain. So if you see something lesser than 30, 40, so then the customer will not happy and they will not give that project to you. So that's the reason every year they need to keep on perform the penetration testing. Okay, they need to improve their security. So in that 1 year period of time, if they did some changes, show that security. We are not responsible for the security, because in that when we do the PT, right, in that time of suggestions, we say that, okay, what sort of things they can use for this application, what library files they can use, which version they can use. We just guide everything, and they will configure that library file and that scenario. Okay, so after 6 months, if they updated to the latest version, then fine. If they updated to the latest version, then fine, even though that report is not a valid, because we don't know whether they just update only that library files or as the entire logics of the application, we don't know. But only if they update the library file, then fine, even though that is for the to the latest. Okay, so if they did some changes, logic changes on the applications, or else if they did some changes on the library files, like downgrading the library files for their futures, then sure, there is a chance of attack. But we never suggest that. Okay, that's why whenever we perform the PT, that PT entire records will maintain for the 3 years. Okay, then only we can able to see if that something happen on the target. So we can just take that previous data and we see that, okay, whether this is suggest by us or else whether we just forgot to say this issues. If we forgot to say the issues, then we are the responsible. But if already we check and with that time we see that there is no issue, then fine. We need to discuss with the client is that they did some changes on that. Okay, we need to check that. Okay. For that, we need to create a proper, maintain the proper record. Okay. So any doubts, I'll just give 2 minutes of time. You can ask me that. So what industry experts have job description sometimes. Yeah. Yes, sir. So in job description, sometimes they will mention military attack framework. So and they will mention OWSP top 10. So it's a thing like, so this and all the attacks you need to properly perform to give the report to the client. Okay. So that's why instead of mentioning line by line, so they'll just give this name, a common name, under the using that name we need to understand. Just give me 1 minute. I'll just give me 1 minute. I'll just open my one more Linux system. So no, I couldn't understand. Yeah, just try to show one more thing, but for that I just want to open my Linux. Yeah, so in that they just, I mean, actually in hacking there are so many scenarios. One is like if you have, I mean, in that you will understand without tools also we can perform something. Okay, it's like a better understanding about the technologies. Okay, if you have a good understanding on the proper technology, even you can easily by doing some basic question itself, you can able to understand what sort of technology they are using and whether they can able to do till much, I mean till what the level they can able to perform. So easily you can understand. But here the entire scenario is like a logics. Yeah. So and tomorrow we'll see like how we can able to yeah. Yeah, tomorrow we'll just try to see Nessus, and I mean Nessus is a part of vulnerability assessment tool. Okay, so what and all the things we can do with that vulnerability assessment tool, and what and all the other tool we can use, and how we can able to perform the what to say, perform in the sense interact with the client, and how we can support for the client to fix that issues, and I'll show you everything. Okay, so in tomorrow classes, we'll see that, and we'll just see that deep about the Nmap, what and all the things we can do with the Nmap, and how the Nmap will performs, and if there is a firewall, how we can able to bypass the firewall. So, and we'll see how we can write some sort of rules. Okay, so once with the help of that rule, we'll see how we can able to get the output. Okay, so that everything I'll show in the tomorrow sessions. And if you have any doubts, you can ask me. I'll just give you 2 minutes of time. So you can ask me if you have any question. I think no one have a doubts. Everyone are clear in the topic. I think so. I hope. I mean, records in the sense we'll just capture some information about the target. For example, you have a IP. Okay, just take any IP. There's a IP given by your client. Okay, so you need to perform some sort of attacks. Okay, so to check whether that server is secure or not. Okay, so first, I mean, we without any sort of informations, we can't able to start the testing. Okay, so for that we need to collect some information about my target. Then only we can understand. So what actually they are doing with that server. Okay, so we need to get collecting some information about that. So once we collect the information about the target, then only we can go what type of exploit we can use, what type of script I can write, everything. So we need to collect some sort of information about the target, like survey, what are the services are running. So is there is any weak versions are running in that outdated versions is running on the target. So if it is outdated, what we can do. So if there is any misconfiguration on that on the specific services, then what we can do with that misconfigurations. So likewise, so first we need to collect some sort of information about that. Okay, so any other doubts? Okay. Yeah, I hope everyone are clear. Yeah, Amar, can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So I think today we are complete the topic. I hope everyone are clear on the today's session. So we can conclude for the day and please take tomorrow class.
Okay, sure. Thank you so much.
Yeah. Thank you.
So, dear participant, I hope everybody marked the attendance. If not, I'm just sharing that once again on the Zoom and YouTube. So please mark your attendance and share your feedback about the day. Thank you so much, and we'll see you tomorrow. Bye bye. Good night.